Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of The Dimensionalist. I'm a Dimensionalist. Today's topic is going to be about the Ascension process again, and what I'm touching base on in the topic within Ascension process is actually ascending, releasing the physical vehicle, how and why the physical vehicle needs to be released, and what happens when the physical body is released, anchoring light, loving light, and actually completing the Ascension process, and what occurs afterward. Okay, you come to realize your personal growth, and it does help your ascension process. And there's no further initiations, and on the physical plane once you accomplish the ascension and complete the 12th degree. Um, I'm reading from notes, and what I gotta say is anchoring. One must anchor from the third dimensional chakra grids to the ninth dimensional chakra grids completely. Open, and anchor. Open, activate, and anchor all the chakras from third dimensional to ninth dimensional. And what it's called chakra grid is because it's looking at the scope of all the chakras in the third dimension. There's 7 chakras in the physical body, but there's also chakras in the fourth dimension, and there's a grid there that you access those chakras, anchoring the fourth dimensional chakras, fifth dimensional, sixth dimensional, seventh dimensional, eighth dimensional, and ninth dimensional chakras. And at the completion of the last initiation, 12th degree, you anchor. The highest one you can anchor is the 49th chakra, up to 99.9% of the 50th chakra into the crown, and the crown chakra, because all you're interfacing, since you're so physical. Even though the chakras are above the head, you're integrating those in your crown, so you can instantly reference and access all those chakras. Because there's a chakra you can access and automatically be able to teleport, bilocate, and things at point. You have the consciousness of knowing you can ascend, teleport, bilocate, and access the body of light. It comes a lot easier than just consciously thinking and trying to think you're somewhere else physically, and your thoughts become very, very sensitive to reality and yourself and your mind. And if you get that far, you'll know what I'm talking about. And still maintain the physical vehicle at that point, anchoring the 49th chakra and only 99.99% of the 50th chakra. Because you can't completely anchor the entire 50th chakra. Because once you anchor at the 50th chakra, anchor the entire ninth dimensional chakra grid, anchor the 12th body of light, and completely integrated, you shoot, your physical body instantly becomes the etheric body at that point, and you become the etheric body that has your emotional body, astral body, mental body, and spiritual body at what would be physical death, not here on the physical plane at that point. Because in the higher planes of dimensions, you're at a higher frequency, you're accessing higher states of consciousness. Your physical vehicle, your vehicle, your etheric, astral, mental body, and spiritual body is in a higher plane and dimension, so you're just in a higher vibration completely. At that point, somewhere different than just the physical plane, and that's why your frequency needs to be raised, so you match that dimension. Your physical body is an atomic structure that can get there. It's not here. You can't physically go left, right, up, down. In any direction, vertically, horizontally, and diagonally, anything like that, in and out, and stuff of that nature. It's the frequency that's rising that accesses its way outside this dimension, the physical plane, for instance. So, yeah, reading from notes again. So, yeah, just keep that in mind about accomplishing this stuff. And there's still movement that can take place. Make sure you still do love and life and service. That increases your light quotient. You also pass initiations doing that. You apply your knowledge. You get to gain wisdom, and that wisdom will multiply. And also, you apply more knowledge. You gain more wisdom, and you'll have a feeling of serenity, and be serene. and peaceful, knowing you can accomplish those things, and especially letting go of the negative ego, fear, separation, consciousness, and stuff of that nature. Um, so, so it's necessary to complete the last initiation, and what happens at the physical at getting this completing the ascension process is build your light quote and anchor to 36 chakra and the crown chakra, and the 49 up to 49, almost 99.9% uh, of the 50th chakra, and and knowing that you also need to integrate the 12 strands of DNA from the etheric body into the physical vehicle, and that'll allow you to um, uh, complete the ascension process. Also, all these things happen simultaneously, but everything also does happen one by one in its own section. If you're working on trying to integrate the 12 strands of DNA and you're not trying to anchor the chakras, then you're probably not gonna have union of the 12 strands of DNA physical body along with the chakras. They kind of go hand in hand. At one point, you'll attain both at once, but it's kind of hard not to get both of them at the same time. Is that making sense? Um, but it is to make sure you have a question on Octurians. Meditating ask the Octurians to help with the creation of 12 strands DNA in my etheric body, and ask that when you go to sleep. Meditate and pray, and they'll create it for you. And then over time, you ask for Metatron and increase your light quotient, and to help. And then the 12 archangels to help integrate those 12 strands of DNA in your physical vehicle. Because once it's created in an etheric body, it's ready for transference into the physical body, where your etheric body is the exact replica of the physical body, just slightly bigger than your physical body that you see physically. It's just at a higher frequency. Okay, let's check my notes. Okay. Okay. An area growth upon almost completing the entire ascension process, and of course you can stay to without having to ascend instantly. You'll be able to know when you're at the highest light quotient. After you complete all the initiations, you can refine and develop your advanced ascension abilities, superpowers, as some would think, is telepathic abilities, bilocating, teleporting, transfiguring, shape-shifting, multidimensional consciousness, materialization of objects. That's a very, very good one, and dematerialization. Um, just to mention some, my personally like psychokinesis, psychometry, feeling and knowing objects from afar, uh, and things of that nature. Um, and I know that being of service helps, and empathy and sympathy helps drastically with understanding the ascension process, and also with trying to see yourself from everybody's point of view of how you're interacting in reality, and that helps anchor the soul merge, and you'll be able to consciously ascend, knowing you consciously work towards not just your selfish self, being selfish, but doing something for someone and knowing that they're looking at you through their eyes. Try to see how they perceive reality as much as possible. Doesn't mean try to figure out everything about someone's reality, but obviously when you interface with someone, there's understanding that you're there, the surroundings, and understanding how you interface with them, positivity and stuff being created. That definitely helps anchor a lot of love and light. That's why when people meet people, people love people the way they look, and they get a lot of positivity from it, and friendships and bonds occur uh, there. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video. Uh, I'm just wanted to touch bases on all that and let y'all know that stay strong, understand light and dark, master your emotions, master your thoughts, understand where thoughts come from, know what you like thinking about. You can choose your thoughts. Um, choose things you love thinking about. That's positive. Um, and increase your light quote using religious material and or being love and light, and asking the higher dimensional beings, ascended masters, to anchor light in your body, and that you will definitely move towards mastery of the physical plane and completion of the 12th degree, 7th degree in Joshua Davis Stone's material, but the 12th degree in Brian Grattan's system of Ascension, and things of that nature helps dissect and bring other people consciously understanding their thoughts into higher states of consciousness. That's why there's different meditations, initiation levels that all does the same thing, but someone might divide them into 7 pieces instead of 12. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed another video of Dimensionless. Remember, I'm a dimensionalist. Access in planes of dimensions, teaching ascension process, reaching higher state of consciousness, multidimensional body. You'll learn it here. Peace.